In recent years, many Sharia law activists have taken the initiative to voice their concerns on social media. When a Sudanese woman was controversially sentenced to hang for apostasy on May the 15th, people from all over the world gathered on social media to show their support, and she was later freed from her ordeal. But what about people here in Britain? Do they know about it? When I mention Sharia law, what are the first few things that pop into their heads?
Sharia law.
I sort of think it's an eye for an eye, a tooth for tooth kind of thing.
The first things that appear in my mind are equality and a way of living.
It's based in Islam. I understand that it's a law that's historically from Islam in Saudi Arabia.
Fundamentalism, kind of quite negative, extremist, religious points of view.
As far as I'm aware, a lot of Sharia law is illegal in this country.
A lot of things have been in the news about how Sharia law can be against basic human rights. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's not going to fit well under the European human rights.
Oppression, women that aren't allowed to do what they can do in this country.
My first reaction would be that it has a bias perhaps against women.
A lot of them cover up because of their beauty and everything, so that's the reason why they have to cover up and, the circumstances of that, man, really and truly.
I have 9 sisters and my parents have never stopped any one of us from going and educating ourselves or, having freedoms that we have in any other country.
Do you think it's a law that could be used here in Britain? Do you think it's a law for everyone or not?
Not if it's against the law in this country, no. I don't think it can be implemented.
No, I don't think religion should get confused with politics. That's my personal opinion.
A part of Sharia law and a part of Islamic law is to respect the laws of the country that you live in, which we live in the UK, so we respect them laws, we abide by them rules, as well as Sharia law.
And as I said before, I think to have a two-tier system or to have more than one basis of laws in a country is problematic as well.
As an individual thing, I can't see that why you couldn't apply certain things, but as like an overarching kind of umbrella for everyone, I don't think it would be very applicable now.
If you could learn anything more about Sharia law, if you had any questions or any uncertainties about it, what would they be?
I guess it is about finding out what exactly it means and what it means to individuals. There's a lot of flexibility even in Christian viewpoints, so I guess that's the same with Sharia law, but my understanding is that it's quite dedicated to just one point of view, that there's not a lot of flexibility in it.
I think from a Western perspective, it's knowing how it would how these things impact in comparison to kind of everyday life.
I think personally, the Sharia law, people should have more open-minded and more understanding of everything, to be honest, because the more you understand, more knowledge you have, the better it is.
I can do this because I can use my human right to umbrella that, and they will have to respect that, but other people might think, no, you can't do that, and then I'm going to think that, well, if you do that to me, I have a right to do so.
It's 2014, we're not in the dark ages, and women should have their rights and should be understood and have a voice. And that's my understanding.
I dress the way I want to dress. Let a Muslim lady dress how she wants to dress. Let a Muslim man dress how he wants to dress, as long as you're modest. But some people might not agree with that. They might say it's free. Not, like you said, your topic was also about human rights. If someone wants to show off their cleavage, I don't know, that's their choice, but it's, if you are a good Muslim or a good Sikh, you'd refrain from looking at them with bad eyes. Do you get what I mean?